Hello and good afternoon, guys. Welcome to MK Convenience Brokerage. My name is Mohammed. In this video, I'm going to explain to you the sample 1040 2019 return. So what you see on the screen is it's basically filled out 1040 2019 income tax return. I'm just going to give you some of the brief explanation, the important points, what it is, how to understand it, what a 1040 is, and when do people get this basically. So first thing first, a 1040, what it is those individuals, everyone has to file a 1040. Most people do, should I say. For example, if you work for a 1099, if you work for a W2, if you work for a business corporation, a 1040 is an individual income tax return. Usually you will do that, especially when you're filing taxes. Even though your business might be in somebody else's name, but you're also filing taxes on your name as well. So a 1040 will be given to you as well. But most people that are working for, like, let's say 9 to 5 job, they're getting 2 weeks of paycheck, they don't have a business or anything. This is very common. A lot of people will get the 1040 return when they file taxes at the end of the year. A lot of times people don't even know how to understand it. So hopefully I will be able to give you some tips on understanding the 1040 return. Obviously, the filing status is the first thing that see on the screen. This will be the first thing. It will tell you single, head of household, married, filing jointly. Usually for those people that are married together, living together, you will file the taxes together as well. Single if you're only single. If you're head of the household, which meaning that you're the breadwinner, bringer of the household, meaning you're the guy that's taking care of everyone, that's the head of household. Qualifying widower is a little bit more in deep. Let's say for those individuals that are divorced, widows, that's a little bit different. That's going to be a topic for another day. Obviously, your first name is going to be here, your last name. Obviously, if you're filing jointly with the spouse, their information over here. Your home address, your city, state, and zip, and everything, the whole 9 yards. If you're foreign country home, usually you leave this bank. This is, again, a little bit more advanced. We're going to leave that part over here as well. We're trying to go over in general topic. Your social security number and your sponsor social security number should be over here as well. Standard deduction and regular deduction. A standard deduction is basically, you're going each item one by one. There's the other deduction. I can't remember the name for some reason. There's two types. The standard deduction is going to be regular deduction, where you pinpointing everything one by one, and it actually tells you over here, on the left hand side of the screen. It actually what it does is it takes all the items, what you did. Let me see if it gives you more in depth. Actually, it doesn't tell you more in depth over here. But that's where standard deduction is. You're pinpointing everything one thing at a time, and you're putting it in. And then there's another deduction. I can't remember the name, where they give you $5,000 automatically. So for making it simple, this is how it is. So the United States government will give you two, like I said, two types of deduction: a standard deduction and the full deduction. Basically, the full deduction is they'll tell you, what, we're gonna give you $8,000. It could be whatever type of expense is in that deduction. That's all we're giving you. The standard deduction is like, what, we're gonna tell you what type of deduction you're gonna make, and if it's more than $8,000, guess what? That's gonna be on you. Which means that the more items you put in the deduction period, the better it is for you to get money back in the end of the year. So let's say, for example, if you own a business, right? Let's say you own a grocery store, for example, and you have about $15,000 of the standard deduction. I mean full deduction. So that might make sense for a person to do that rather than doing that 8,000. Here you go, take it part as well. So you rather have a full deduction rather than having a standard deduction. So keep that in mind. That's the difference. Wages, salaries, and tips are going to be over here. Your tax exempt interest, your qualified dividend, all the items over here. You'll see it'll basically on the right hand of the screen. It'll say, for example, 7A on the screen is going to say other income from Schedule 1, line 9, and it's gonna item over here. And if you go on the bottom, 8A, adjustment to income from Schedule 1, line 22, is going to be over here. Obviously, whatever qualifies on the next side of the screen is going to say. If not, then obviously the computer, whichever tax preparer is going to be doing your taxes, will leave it blank, basically. Going to the next page. This is the second page of the 1040 tax return. Again, as you can see, all these things are going to be listed on the right side of the screen if it follows. For example, number 15, it says other taxes including self-employment tax from Schedule 2, line 10. So what it does is, from other different lines, it adds and subtracts and everything. It's more of, as a tax preparer perspective, you don't need to understand that. But a lot of times you need to know what type of line it is, because let's say, for example, if you're applying for a job, or if you're putting it in your let's say bank account information for some type of business or whatever the case is, they might ask you this type of question. So you do need to know what's going on. So all these lines over here on the end of the screen, you should know at least what's going on. Once you have that part amount you owe, it's going to be your estimated tax penalty. Again, sometimes people might pay, sometimes people might not pay. It all depends. Your refund amount should be over here, obviously, if you're getting a refund amount. If not, then this is the amount you owe. Whichever way it goes is going to go from here. So you sign here, you paid a preparer only. Preparer's information will be over here. Going to the next page is going to be a profit or loss from business. This is the type of questions where, if you have a business, again, Schedule C, if you are going to be losing or not, whatever it is, it depends from that situation. Once you fill that part out, you should be good. This is usually the person that filled this out is those individuals that are having a business, profit or loss from business. If there's a profit, then obviously you're going to put that in your tax. If there's a loss, and again, it's going to be going over there as well. But it depends what it is. With that being said, I know it was kind of horrible for me to explain this. It is a little bit hard for me to explain it. If I do have the system, hopefully I'm going to have a video of showing you in the system, which will make a little bit more easier for me to explain. Whenever I explain from something like this, it's going to be a little bit difficult, no matter whoever explained it. Obviously, people might explain it a little bit better, but the way I explain it over here is a little bit tricky, because it's kind of a little bit hard for me to explain it as well. With that being said, that's about it. Thank you again, guys, for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. If you guys have any other questions, comment, concern, please comment, like, subscribe. I'll try my best on my part to help you as much as possible to clarify any confusion you guys have. Thank you again, guys, for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.